Hello everyone and welcome back to Planet Zoo and welcome back to Sundar Zoo. This is episode 4, so we're going to be working on the information centre today. Not a massively long episode, this is the only thing we build in this one. And yeah, just getting started really on the entrance area. First and foremost, I want to give a massive shout out to ZWED or ZWED, Planet Zoo channel, much more established one than mine. He gave me a sort of recommended my channel in one of his updates. Massive help, so thanks very much for doing that. I really do appreciate it. I will put his the link to his channel in the description of this video in case you want to go and check that out. I mean, it's a much bigger channel than mine, so if you play this game a lot you've probably already seen his channel. But yeah, so thanks for that. So let's talk a little bit about what we're building today then. Really trying to carry on with the style of the entrance building in this one for the information centre. Just wanted it to follow that sort of generic feel, like where we have with the sort of blue roofing and the fairly sort of, you know, generic pillars and stuff, and the glass pieces. Again, we're using the rounding, circular, whatever you want to call it, technique that I am getting well used to now, so I need to make sure I don't end up doing this for every single one of my buildings. Although what I like about it is it's a technique that you can use just to make parts of buildings. So like if you want a curved entrance, a massive big curved entrance as you go into a building, you can have that you know, on a square building. So that's something that we'll be bearing in mind and looking to use a lot more in future builds as well. If you on this channel just for, you know, the coaster gaming, like Parkitect and Planet Coaster, you'll probably be wondering why we're doing so much Planet Zoo at the moment. Like I've said in previous videos, I've just really had the motivation to play this game, and it is a brilliant game, you know, and as far as I'm concerned we are now a gaming channel, so yeah, expect more content from this game and others in the not too distant future. I'm sure there was talk about a new DLC getting released for the game, possibly this month. Obviously things have been pushed back a bit due to everything that's been going on, but I do remember at the start of lockdown the South American DLC pack came out, and that was a good 5 months ago now maybe. So I reckon hopefully soon we will be seeing some new content for this game, and that may impact what one of the themed areas will be in the zoo. But like I say, I'm not sure yet. The only plan so far is to finish off this generic entrance area, maybe put 1 or 2 animals around the entrance area, around the entrance plaza, and then get back to the Indian themed area and finish off over there before we start thinking about anything else that's going into the zoo. I was even thinking about trying to do more with the South American style as well, and start making some more unique buildings, but then I thought, well, you're sort of limited really. If you want to make the animals fit into the theme, you're limited to, you know, a very select few animals, so that's probably not something that we're going to go for in this one. Back to what we're actually building then. Like you can see, it took about 74 attempts to get the correct shape and roof and style and everything without things overlapping and looking dreadful. It took a lot of playing about with this one, and I keep going back and changing it and putting different things in here, so at least half of this video will just be me trying to get this curved glass section in. Like I say, with it being generic, I also think it's quite modern, quite a modern feel. like you would see this in quite a lot of zoos. I think the glass pieces they give us in the game are excellent. They're some of my favourite pieces actually, especially the round ones here that go on the roof. I really love the style of them, and I think it fits in really well with this building, just sort of completes the look of it. As interiors, now to start with I was thinking I won't do too much of an interior for buildings, but now I've done this one, I sort of wanted to just to have a look at sort of, and I might even do this off camera, just look through some Google images, see if I can find, you know, some sort of information centre in a zoo to copy and try and do some more with the inside to it, because all I really do here is put in a couple of education boards, the information centre itself and a cash machine, and then just the lighting and stuff. So, you know, maybe I can look into what I can do with custom shapes and stuff, although I'm not really that good at building stuff like that in the game. But it's something I want to look into and try and build some basic interiors for the shops and stalls and stuff in this zoo. You know, because I do want it to be a very high standard. I want it to be very detailed. But yeah, we'll just have to see if I'm actually able to do that. For now though, in this build, this building gets completed, and the next build will be moving on to something else. So what I'll do now for the rest of the build is leave you with the time lapse and some music, and we can talk about it at the end. So thank you and enjoy. There we go, so you can see the building's pretty much complete there, and I've worked a little bit on the actual path, the sort of central circular roundabout path, whatever you want to call it, just giving it some brick detailing to make it look a bit more interesting. Again, very generic, but I think it works perfectly for this style of build. And just using the very small sort of brick pieces to make not quite a fence, but just a border there to stop people going out on the grass and stuff. Again, something I really have to moan about a lot, because I wish they'd sort of do something about this. The collision for the guests, they'll walk through anything, so you can't put too much on your paths, which is something that I'm sure wasn't as bad in Planet Coaster. I'm sure the guests seem to be a bit more intelligent in that they'd walk round them. Like even something like where we've got two doors here, the wall pieces don't seem to have they don't seem to have collision or whatever, or they do have it. You know what I mean. The guests walk straight through them. So in the middle there, I've had to place a litter bin behind the doors just to stop them walking through, or they'll try and cut the corners of a path a bit even if there's a wall there, and I really don't understand why they're programmed into the game like that. This doesn't look like anything that we're going to see an option of anytime soon, so I'm just going to have to build around it and get used to it, I suppose. But it is a bit frustrating sometimes when you build something on pause and then you just see all the guests walk straight through it. Rant over. Getting back to the building, just some very light foliage and planting there. I didn't want to take too much away from the building, I didn't want to block it off too much. So yeah, we just do the very basics there, a couple of palm trees and some bushes and stuff. And that's pretty much it for today's build. I'll be back probably next week with another Planet Zoo video. Meanwhile, I've got some Planco and Parkitect to share with you as well. So enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.